I don't want Dallas Clark. I wouldn't mind bringing Saturday in, even Stokely, vet minimum salary, but I do not want Dallas Clark, mainly because he's going to cost us a little bit more. He's also coming off a year of injuries. He's getting up there in age. Yeah, I know Peyton Manning is too, but it's a different position. It's more brutal with a tight end position. I really like Julius Thomas on our team. He's a young guy. He got hurt last year, so he didn't play a lot. A lot of guys probably don't know who he is, but he's compared a lot to Antonio Gates. He played basketball in college and high school. He's tall. He's got soft hands. He's not a really big blocker, but this guy can be Peyton Manning's best friend. I think you have an undervalued tight end right there. I think you keep him. We lost Fells. We have Virgil Green, which I think he's the one that got in trouble for this. He's going to be suspended. That's going to hurt us a little bit, but I do think ultimately we go with him. We go with, Julius Thomas if we're smart, and we do not sign Dallas Clark. So, imagining Demaryius Thomas, Mike Wallace, Decker, and Julius Thomas, that would be great. Plus with our line, maybe with Saturday under center, I think we'd be an instant upgrade on offense. I mean, our offense would be great. Then we go to defense. We do have some holes in defense. We do have a young defensive line. Obviously, by the name Von Doom, I'm a huge Von Miller fan. I'm a huge Elvis Dumerville fan. I do have a jersey autographed by Von Miller that I'll show in another video. It's got the letter authenticity. I'm going to get it framed. My prized possession right now. But we do have those two guys. We do have Robert Ayers, which stepped up a little bit in production for us last year. And one free agent we need to resign, please, Broncos. Broderick Bunkley. This guy is not going to kill you. He's not going to put the pressure and the pass rush, but he is key to stopping our run defense. He did phenomenal for us in the run defense last year, and maybe with Ty Warren coming back, those two, with an upgrade in the draft, we'll shore up our defensive line. But we have to re-sign him, and I'm actually sad that we lost out on Paul Solia. I think that's how you say his name, from Miami. He re-signed with them. We re-signed Woodyard, which was important for us with DJ Williams being with him going on suspension. I don't think hopefully he'll be able to appeal it and he won't get 6 games, but right now I'm betting that he will. Obviously Von Miller on the other side. We are expected to start Nate Irving this year. We re-signed Joe Mays, which I love Joe Mays as far as a hitter. The guy can lay the smack down on somebody, just an athletic freak. But it seems like when it's pass defense, the guys out there lost. So I'm definitely hoping that we sign Nate Irving. And Jameel McClain was expected to visit Denver, and I really would love to get him. The guy's playing next to Ray Lewis. I mean, what better player to learn off of than the best middle linebacker ever to play? So that would be a big sign for us as well. Our secondary, you have the unbelievable Champ Bailey, one of my favorite Broncos ever. But the other side, we really don't have a lot. We have Chris Harris, rookie last year, that stepped up for us. We have a couple other guys. Andre Goodman, I hope they cut him. I like the guy, but he's just, he played like a Terrence Newman last year. Got burned a lot. Just getting up there in age. We just need to get younger on the cornerback side. We expected to have Marcus Trufant come in, and I wouldn't mind having him on the other side. I think he's got a couple years left. We'll develop Chris Harris, and we got a couple guys coming back from injury last year. So, we got some good cornerbacks. We signed the guy from Cleveland Browns, Mike Young. I like him. I followed a lot of him because we were forced to watch Browns games, and I liked him. He's a very steady player. He's not gonna make a stupid play for you. With Dawkins probably not coming back, I like him. I also like Quincy Carter playing the other side. I think that's going to be our 2 starting safeties. We do have Bruton, and we do have Raheem Moore. Raheem Moore played pretty good at the beginning of the year and just went right downhill. So hopefully, he was a high pick. So he was in the 2nd round. So hopefully we can have him play get better this year. I mean, we do have some young youth at safeties. We do have some holes we still need to fill. But for me, if we were to use our first-round draft pick on Mike Wallace and sign him, oh my God, I would be so happy. And then in the second, get like a guy like Doug Martin from Boise State at running back. Oh my gosh, that would be, you know, phenomenal. So yeah, I'm happy with the Broncos team. My expectations for this year, I do not think, you know, it really depends on how free agency plays out. I don't think that it would be unrealistic to, you know, definitely go after the AFC West. You know, the Chargers did a little bit. They lost Vincent Jackson. You got the Lord of No Rings with A.J. Smith, the general manager there. You got Rivers, which is, you know, one of the top quarterbacks. You know, and they signed Meacham and some other guys. But, you know, the Chiefs, I think they're going to be one to compete with us this year. You know, Peyton Hillness, you know, they had some key signings. I think that they're going to sure up, you know, and be in, you know, sleeper team for 2012. I do have us winning the West. I would like to see more with the free agency, and would like to see how that plays out before I make any type of, you know, guarantees or realistic expectations. But right now, you know, I do think that we shored up Peyton Manning. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people there are saying, oh, Peyton Manning can't do it, you know, next year, you know, blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something. Peyton Manning, even if we can have him for 2 years, you know, and they're saying, well, you know, Tebow, he's going to go. Here's the thing about Peyton Manning. Even if we have him for 2 years or 3 years, next year's quarterback draft class is deep, and I really like a lot of the guys that are coming out next year. So even if we went after our guy next year and groom him underneath Peyton Manning, I think that that's what we're looking to do. I think Elway is looking to get a pure passer. I love me some Tebow. I got his jersey, but, you know, it was time for him to go. You know, next year's draft class, you got Matt Barkley, Landry Jones out of Oklahoma. You got Tyler Wilson out of Arkansas, Geno Smith, West Virginia. You got Tyler Bray from Tennessee. You know, you really do got some good guys, and who knows who else may emerge, you know, as a good quarterback. But, you know, they're saying 2013 is going to be deep with quarterbacks. My thought on Tebow, you know, really my thought on Tebow is this. I love Tim Tebow. You know, I'm of the Christian faith. You know, I brought up in church, and, you know, I just love what he's done, you know, for his personal life and, you know, with his charities and everything. And I love what he's done with the Broncos. However, the more I think about it, the more this had to be done. The Tebow maniacs weren't going to allow anyone to come in there and compete for a job unless it was Peyton Manning, and that's exactly what they did. They landed with the biggest free agent out there. I do see Tebow going to a place like Jacksonville. I do see maybe Miami, Tampa Bay. That's Florida. That's where I just read that, you know, he's talking to somebody last night. That's where he wants to play. He wants to go back to Florida. He misses it. And think about this. A lot of you guys, well, they would be stupid to trade for Tebow. There's no way they're going to trade for Tebow. Think about this. Do you think that the GM or the coach from Titans really was the suitor for Peyton Manning? No. Bud Adams came out and said, look, I want Peyton Manning. I want whatever needs to be done to get him here. Get him here. That was including a lifetime contract, but they weren't able to do it. Ultimately, my point is, you get an owner that wants to sell tickets, Jacksonville, Miami, they will do what it takes to get him on the team. You say Jacksonville, well, they just signed Henne. He's Chad Henne. I don't think they signed him as a franchise quarterback. I think mainly they put him there to compete with Gabbert and maybe, you know, make Gabbert grow a little bit. Ultimately, though, they're still looking for a quarterback, and I think that they could go after Tebow, and I think that he's the most likely landing spot. But they got teams like Green Bay that doesn't have a backup because of Flynn. They had teams like New England, Josh McDaniels and Belichick, you know, those guys really high on Tebow. I hope that it gets in a bidding war. They were talking about them releasing Tim Tebow. Because of what we gave to get Tim Tebow, I don't think it's fair to do that. You know, I do, want him to go somewhere and be able to relish, you know, wherever he goes. But ultimately, I do want him. I do want to get some draft picks for him. You know, I'd be happy with the 2nd and 5th, and I think that's what we're looking for with him. Will we get that? I don't know. That's what I'm predicting now. We will get a 2nd and 5th. realistically could give it third or fourth. It just depends on how many teams are in this and how Denver plays it. If they play it team against team, you know, kind of like St. Louis did with the Browns versus, you know, Washington, I think we're going to get more of a value. Nobody thought that you know, Washington was going to give up 3 first-round picks and a second for RG3, but they did, because they, you know, that there was teams, you know, wanting that second pick. Now, it's a different situation, RG3 versus Tebow, but you get what I'm saying. So, basically, that was my introduction. We want to go over a little bit about the Broncos. If you're in the TTC, subscribe to me and I'll subscribe back. I look forward to trash talking this year. I've been watching this on my other channel, BMums311, for about 3 years, and love it. You know, I have a lot of favorite trash talkers out there. Cattle Dog, RTL, the Cardinals guy, Jay Cutler owns YouTube, Broncos fan, love his stuff. You know, Jay Watt is my favorite. Dude is hilarious. Dude shits on everybody. I mean, gotta love it. Been following, you know, the whole gravy stuff going on with him, and that was just crazy. And there's a lot of other trash talkers out there that I respect, that I really like. So, you know, I look forward to it this year. And if there's any AFC West, Chargers, you know, Chiefs, Broncos, you know, Raiders, the Faders, but any of those guys, you know, hey, subscribe to me and I'll subscribe back. So I look forward to trash talking this year, and this is going on 22 minutes, so I'll probably have to break into 2 videos, but I really look forward to trash talking this year, and we'll see what comes about.